Hey YouTube, welcome to the Off-Grid Mountain Homestead. Going to introduce a future build coming up soon, a budget build. Going to answer the questions I get in emails. Mr. Off-Grid, can you recommend a budget-friendly 12-volt build? Well, you asked, and I will do my best to demonstrate. So I've got a couple of 1500 watt inverters sitting right here, assortment of batteries, and some breakers, things like this. Of course, there's no panels, no solar charge controllers and all that in this little scene. That's all I got room for on the table. I want to talk about a couple of different options and a little trip down memory lane. Let's start here first. This is my first inverter. It's about 14 years old. This, before the homestead was a homestead, it was just a weekend, hunting cabin, a little 12 by 12 cabin that used to be around before we tore that down to make room for the tiny house. And we'd stay on the weekends or a week at a time, sometime on vacation, things like that. Had this inverter powering the cabin at the time. And I had a stack of Walmart deep cycle batteries like that. I had 8 deep cycle batteries, this inverter, some polycrystalline panels, a cheap solar charge controller, and some A&L fuses. No problems running the loads we needed. Lights, fan, run a dorm refrigerator on this thing. And then if we stayed in the summer vacations, July 4th, whatever, I had a little 5,000 BT window unit that this would run. It would do it. And of course, not on these wires. These are, I've been using it in the truck and things like that. Still use it. It's still got its place. But technology has come a long way in the last few years, because that's an antique now. Still works, but just an antique. So fast forward to modern technology. That was modified sine wave. This is pure sine. Actually, this was cheaper than what this was even eons ago. So this is a highly rated inverter on Amazon. Affordable. This would probably be one of your better price options for a 12 volt starter build. Of course, there you can, sky's the limit. You can get Magnum and 12 volt inverters. You can get whatever you want, whatever your budget allows. But we're going to do an ultimate budget rig. So I'm going to use one of the lowest price, highest reviewed inverters on Amazon. So I just bought this the other day and just got it in. Been playing around with it some. Of course, it's not set up right now because I kind of leading into, do y'all want to see this as a mobile cart build, like in a toolbox with a couple of batteries? Because one battery is not going to handle, the BMS will not handle this load on 100 amps. Whether they either have 2 100 amp hour batteries or one 200 amp hour battery with 200 amp BMS to be able to handle the loads on this. So, got that to consider for the build, whether it's going to be a mobile build in like a toolbox, tool chest set up, or whether it's going to be stationary, like you'd put it in the corner of your garage or an outbuilding, or if you got a, off-grid tiny house, weekend hunting cabin, whatever, something like that. So, a lot of affordable options. And the Your Brand Here battery has not failed any testing thus far. Neither has the Leaples battery. It has held up to everything I've thrown at it thus far too. So just due to the size constraints, probably going with a Group 24 size, a little smaller, regardless of the build method. But this little inverter right here, I've actually been charging these batteries and then using an inverter to power chargers to charge the house batteries, things like that, just to put some loads to them, see what they're doing, take amp draws, try to figure out the performance, things like that. And so the build will be this inverter, some assortment of lithium batteries. I'll have a budget-friendly charge controller, some budget-friendly panels, things like that. And of course, our breakers and things. Everything need to build a safe DIY setup. And another interesting thing, I've been testing some of these little, lower price breakers on Amazon right here, because this is a budget build. I want to make it where you can get everything, delivered to your door, if you will. No special trips required anywhere, things like that. So interesting findings. Some I'm not going to reveal yet, but some breakers hold up to their rating, some of them don't. So, for a few bucks more on some of these budget-friendly breakers, one is a top performer and one is very subpar for what it is. So I'll have that included in the build as well. So, just a great little inverter so far. No complaints with this thing. It is a little powerhouse. A serious powerhouse and pretty efficient powerhouse, and great little setup right there. So look forward to that. I also wanted to take a minute in today's video to thank each and every one of you my viewers, subscribers, new and old. Every time you hit that like button, every time you comment, every time you watch the videos all the way through, you help support the channel. I want to give you an option to go above and beyond. I'm going to include a link in today's video to buy me a coffee. You can take your spare change. You can buy the Off-Grid Mountain Homestead a coffee through that link. And what will that do? Well, that will help me help you help others and reach a wider audience. As a small YouTube channel, there's a very minuscule income stream, and it doesn't support doing these solar builds. Just like this inverter right here, took me months of YouTube income to be able to buy it so I can bring you this budget build. So if you want to help support the channel in that way, it'll help me provide more solar content more often and higher quality content. Without an occasional promotion on from manufacturers like this Leapulse battery, this would have been, several more months worth of YouTube revenue before I could have afforded this battery to bring you this build. So is the prepper mantra, and the reason I started this channel, mutual assistance. I wanted to be able to help others, and obviously I'm not in it for the money, because like today's video, will bring maybe 35 cents, 45 cents in. So it's not about the money. It's about trying to help you be more self-sufficient and self-reliant. And anybody that goes through and buys the coffee will be able to push this content out to more people. And any support from the Buy Me a Coffee will go directly into equipment into this YouTube. I'm not going to take the missus out on a steak dinner with it. It'll be used to buy equipment for the YouTube channel, every single cent of it. And like any equipment we do builds on, there are other preppers in the area that need this equipment. Other preppers in need. And this equipment, once I'm done with it for YouTube, will be sent to other local preppers that are in need for their own system, which, you're helping people on the internet, you're helping people local to my area, things like that, through that little Buy Me a Coffee. So, you're awesome regardless whether you, just watch the videos or whether you want to go above and beyond. Either way is greatly appreciated. The Off-Grid Mountain Homestead thanks you very much. Appreciate each and every one of you. Hope you have a wonderful day.